Can you stay category?
You are fake news.
Sir,
go ahead.
Can you
2 cents. Hello to my blue friends. Get another spinning and they call it revolution. Loose lips. Better than a new tits. Glass make her think it's rootless. Deuces. 2 cents.
Okay, that's better. Yeah, I started this broadcast originally on my backup channel. I hadn't realized I did that. Anyways, what's going on, guys? Hey, Ark. Hey, SoCal. Beowulf. Everyone. Archangel. Tread. What's going on, guys? Hey, Nada. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the thing up for anyone that wants to come up and discuss this. We're waiting on the outcome to see what exactly is going to happen. Figured we're watching with you guys. I agree, Paul. It was quick for a hung jury. I don't know. We'll see. They've really got a big job ahead of them. I mean, I couldn't even imagine the pressure that they must feel under, to bring back, a verdict that the people are going to be okay with. I mean, either way, no matter what the verdict goes, I don't think it's going to stop what's going to happen. People are gearing up. I think there's people right now like, I really had my eye on that big screen TV the other day. I can't afford it. I'm going to use this as an excuse to go and get it. I really do. People are looking at it that way. And that's sad. It shouldn't be that way. But unfortunately, it's a society. It's a society we live in. I'm not blocking your comments. Why would I? I wouldn't block your comments, Aizan. Why would I block your comments? I don't block comments. So yeah, let me see where. Let me pin it to the top. First, let me do this. Okay. Now let's pin this to the top. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think is going to happen? It's foregone conclusion what's going to happen. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. I don't understand why they're not either, dude. Like Google, man, they maybe they don't like what you're saying, bro. I really don't know, Why they're not either, dude. Like, what's up, SoCal?
What's up, Kenny? How you doing?
Not bad. How are you?
Just waiting for this verdict to come down.
Yep, absolutely. What do you think?
Well, I'm pretty sure they're going to come out guilty. It's unfortunate what happened, but he was guilty. There's, it was for all eyes to see. So, there's no doubt about it. Can't say that he wasn't.
Well, there's people that can say, and there are people. In fact, we have somebody in chat hoping that comes back with an acquittal. I'd be interested to hear your argument on that, Wonder Woman. Unless if she does come up and does it, we're not going to attack her. We're going to let her say her piece.
Nope.
Hey,
Civil discussion.
Absolutely. I live close to Minneapolis. It's going to be a shit show no matter what. Oh, I agree. I mean, there's already places here that are. I'm far removed from Minneapolis, and there's places bordered up around here because I'm expecting backlash from this. Hey, Paul.
Hey there.
Yeah. So what do you think is going to happen here?
I think it's going to be manslaughter only. I don't think they're going to come back on positive for everything. It's the way things work. It's unfortunate, but regardless of whatever, there's going to be manslaughter because I don't think there was any intent.
Oh no, I don't think there's intent either. And you know what's sad? That is going to piss people off. You know what I mean? They're gonna be like, well, wait a minute.
Right.
It's like it's either all or nothing. Even if let's just say in not a perfect world, but let's just say in a perfect world for the people that want the right outcome, a certain outcome, if he came back where he was guilty on every single charge, right, there would still be rioting. There'd still be looting out
it's not going to be good enough because you've got opportunists that are just prepping using this as an excuse, kind of like the Rodney King issue. But that was all. I mean, obviously those guys were found not guilty. But I mean, even so, I mean, as I said in the chat a little while ago, short of this guy being drugged through the streets by an angry mob and stoned to death by every single person, short of that, there's not going to be anybody that's going to be happy. I mean, you're still going to have groups of people that are going to be wanting to use this as an opportunity to, riot and loot and, get free shit.
So one woman says George Floyd was a walking dead man by the way he lived his own life, being violent, having a criminal record, and being a drug addict and being mentally ill. He caused his own death. I don't agree with that at all. Just because you don't live a healthy life, and just because you are violent, just because you do have a criminal record, you do drugs, and you're mentally ill, none of that is okay for a police officer to take someone's life. That is
Agreed.
not justification, Wonder Woman. I cannot agree with you on that one whatsoever.
I think it goes back to training. I mean, they showed the training videos on the restraining the holds and such. I mean, what was it? Only 5 or 6 years ago, I think it was, that they ruled that hog tying was unconstitutional because it cuts the airway off. Mm-hmm. Prior to that, they could hog tie. And I think some agencies still use it, but again, it became so notarized, or it became so noticed of how many people were dying from it, that the backlash from media, people cut that out. I think this situation was the same thing. He kneeled on him way too long. Mm-hmm. There's no doubts about that, but I think that contributed mainly to it.
Wow, come on up here. What are you doing down there? Get your ass up here. Come on. Yeah, I agree with you. Hey, Carl. Carl, we're talking about the show and we're waiting on the verdict. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think they're going to return a guilty verdict or a non-guilty verdict? Carl?
Yo.
Did you hear me?
No.
Okay. The chauvin verdict. What do you think is gonna? What are going to come back with?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I did. Thank you. I did.
Hold on. I'm getting an echo. And I have no idea why.
Yep. Judge just went up online or up to the bench.
Really?
Yep.
I'm on Fox and it's paused. That's why.
I'm on CNN.
Oh, there we go. All right. So let's listen. Maybe they're gonna actually start talking. Bye. Have a hey, laugh.
Like the judge. Is this thing on?
Hey.
Hi, Kenny.
Hey. Oh, I gotta turn on the sound. There we go.
Thank you, Cheeky.
No.
Hi, Lav.
Hi, Gary.
Hey, Lav.
Hey, Carl.
You ignored me in the chat.
I didn't see it.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't hold it against you.
Thank you.
Hey, Artie.
Hello.
Please quit them.
All right, please be seated.
Why is it muted again?
Is it muted? Why is it? I don't know why it keeps muting itself. I'm not doing it.
My God, Kenny. Members of the jury, I will now read the verdicts as they will appear in the permanent records of the 4th Judicial District. State of Minnesota, County of Hennepin, District Court, 4th Judicial District. State of Minnesota Plaintiff versus Derek Michael Chauvin, Defendant. Verdict, Count 1. Court file number 27, CR 20-12646. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 1.
No kidding.
Intentional second-degree murder while committing a felony. Find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April, 2021 at 1:44 p.m. Signed, juror foreperson, juror number 19.
Not fair.
Same caption, verdict count 2. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 2. third-degree murder, perpetrating an eminently dangerous act, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April 2021 at 1:45 p.m. Signed by jury foreperson, juror number 19. Same caption, verdict count 3. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 3, second-degree manslaughter, culpable negligence, creating an unreasonable risk,
Guilty.
find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April 2021 at 1:45 p.m. Jury foreperson 019. Members of the jury, I'm now going to ask you individually if these are your true and correct verdicts.
There it is. All three
Yes or
guilty.
no. Juror number 2, are these your
Wow.
true and correct verdicts?
Gotta say, I'm surprised.
Juror number 9,
I'm
are
very
these your true and
surprised,
correct
too.
verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 19, are these your true and correct verdicts? Yes. Juror number 27, are these
What are
your
the
true and
chances of
correct
somebody
verdicts?
saying, well, you know, maybe not?
Juror number 44, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 52, are these your true and correct verdicts? Yes. Juror number 55, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 79, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 85, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 89, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 91, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 92, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Are these your verdicts, so say you one, so say you all?
Yes.
Members of the jury, I find that the verdicts as read reflect the will of the jury.
I'm of the Pickles.
I have to thank you on behalf of the people of the state of Minnesota for not only jury service, but heavy-duty jury service. What I'm going to ask you to do now is to follow the deputy back into your usual room, and I will join you in a few minutes to answer questions. And
All right. Now, Carl, I was hearing you during the verdict being not fair. What exactly about this is not fair to you?
He deserved it.
So you don't think he was guilty?
No. Floyd deserved it.
What do you mean Floyd deserved it? In what way?
He had threatened that pregnant woman.
So he deserved to die by the hand of the cops?
Yeah.
I do agree. He shouldn't have threatened a pregnant woman. He shouldn't have been passing the $20 bills as fakes. He shouldn't have been a criminal. But none of that warrants, in my opinion, a death, or doesn't warrant him dying. We have certain crimes that constitute death in our society. This is why we have our society.
Oh, no. The rest of them don't matter. The threatening of a pregnant woman, that will get killed.
Well, Carl, you're entitled to your opinion, and that's your opinion. That's fine. But I don't think many people are going to. I mean, there might be people who would agree with you that Derek Chauvin shouldn't have been found guilty, but I don't know about for the reasons you're giving. I should say. So, but again, it's your opinion. You're entitled to it. So, Kyle, what did you think of the verdict, sir? Are you there, SoCal?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, it was to be expected. I mean, put his knee on him and didn't allow anyone to help him when he wasn't breathing. So, all the evidence is there, and we all saw it on TV. So,
Now were you
unfortunate it
surprised that
happened.
all the counts were guilty? I am.
Yeah.
Nah, not the way everything was presented. I
Fair enough.
had they were gonna get him guilty on all 3 counts.
Okay. Paul?
Yeah, I gotta say I don't agree with. I'm just surprised all 3 were as guilty. I mean, honestly, I expected him just to get second-degree manslaughter and have the other 2 be not guilty. But again, I have a feeling there's the atmosphere probably played a huge part into the jury's understanding, especially with people getting doxxed and their addresses getting doxxed. I mean, hell, you had that one guy, that defense guy that that had his house covered in pig's blood and pig heads and all that, and he hadn't lived at the house for years prior. So I think the jury may be a little bit skittish about coming back with it, especially since juries can be public record and maybe don't want to backlash themselves.
Sexual. I'm surprised because now look, I agree that he was guilty. He definitely guilty, but just usually in these type of cases, they're never acquitted of all. I mean, they're never. All three charges never stick. It just never
Right.
happens. That's why it's surprising. Because usually they'll get one or two, but they never all three, especially against a cop. That
Yeah.
surprises me.
I think we'll
Not
see what
saying it's
happens
not
on
deserved. Yeah, the appeals. Yeah, we still got to go through
appeals,
the appeals
yeah.
and all that. Gary, what'd you think, sir?
I figured they were going to find him guilty, but I'm surprised all three. I was thinking, I saw the sentencing, what each one was, and one was for 40, one was for 20, and one was for 10. I figured they'd get him on the 20. Was that the one? Is that the one you were talking about, Paul? Was that the second degree murder one?
Yeah, that was the second degree unintentional murder.
Yeah, that's the one I figured they'd get him on.
Laugh, what, Miss Laugh.
I really was surprised that they found him guilty of all counts. Here, there are 5 different levels, but you can't be charged with several counts on one person. You have to find which level it met.
Okay, hold on. Wonder Woman. Not going to call Mac Waters racist unless you can prove she is. So this is your one warning. Don't continue down that path, or you will be silenced. That is all. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Val. Laugh. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so I was really, really shocked that, he was guilty on all charges. Here, I could see second degree murder. In the heat of passion, he was all hopped up because of the resisting and everything, and adrenaline, but I find, and here murder involves intent. I don't think he intended to kill him.
That's where I agree with you 100%. It's like
Yeah.
I don't believe, with beyond a shadow of a doubt, he had any intent to murder the guy, for him to die at his hands.
Right. So, do I think he's innocent? By no means. But do I think he deserves all 3 counts? No.
We already know what Carl. So, Artie, what do you think, sir?
Well, I kind of purposefully avoided the trial largely because of the divisiveness, the heated opinions that it involves. So I kind of tended to avoid most of the deliberations. Not all. I've seen a few of it. As far as where I'm surprised, here's an example of how much I was away from the trial. I only knew of the third degree murder and the second degree manslaughter charges. I didn't know that there was a second degree murder charge until I literally heard the verdict come in. Beforehand, based on the knowledge, I went to go look up the statutes for both third degree murder and manslaughter. And, based on how I read those statutes, I would have said that he was definitely guilty of third degree murder, as well as the lesser included offense of manslaughter. Third degree murder does not require intent. It just involves a depraved mind that the actions that you took were of such of a depraved mind that you basically knew or should have known that it was going to result in somebody's death.
Now, how did they prove the depravity of his mind? I mean, that seems so subjective.
Well, that's exactly that's the point of the fact finders of the jury to determine. That's what they're charged with determining based on the evidence, based on what somebody said, that he held his knee on his neck for longer than what somebody might think was necessary. That he did not allow other people to go help him while he was, still holding on to him. And in that respect, again, that's the answer for the jury to determine. And you're right. It's because they're the fact finders of this case. So how you determine what a depraved heart is, a depraved mindset or a depraved heart, is up to the jury to make that determination.
Absolutely.
So,
And
just to reiterate, so I think second degree murder required intent. I could be corrected on that. I don't know Minnesota statutes, but third degree murder does not require intent. Just as an FYI.
okay. So now here's the thing. Now
I never said that. Let me clarify. I was quoting on Louisiana law, not Minnesota. So
I agree. I agree. No, you're right.
That wasn't for you, Artie. There's chat.
Oh.
I'm not getting on you at all.
Chat is divisive today. Chat is very divisive.
Well, just as an FYI to everybody, murder statutes vary from state to state. For a first degree murder can mean something completely different in New Jersey as it does in Minnesota. And it can be called different things as well. So just as an FYI, don't rely on Law and Order to let you know what first, second, and third degree murder is. So just as an FYI.
Right.
And here's the thing. Now, what I think is, honestly, I think the dude was guilty, but at the same time, the amount of time it took for the trial to take place and the media coverage that was on it. This Chauvin thing was all summer. It was being talked about because the riots that were happening last summer, right? The jury saw all this before they even became jury members. There's no way in hell they're going to find anyone that didn't already form an opinion on this. The jury probably already went into this having an opinion on Derek Chauvin from the moment they were in, right? The media definitely had an effect on this case. And I think the media is going to continue to have this because of social media and the way the media now conducts itself. It's just going to be hard for anyone necessarily with a case this big to get a fair trial unless they move it like that. But even then, I don't think that would help.
Hey, Kenny.
Hey, Hank.
Hey,
Wonder Woman.
Just want to come up and say hi. I'm not going to be able to spend that long on. I got a friend coming over and we're going to run some errands real. But
damn, friend! Look at that, real life coming into panels. Okay, come.
Damn the humanity.
I know, right? Can you hear me? Yeah, we can hear you. So, what did you think of the verdict, Hank? Before you go, real quick.
I really don't know enough of the evidence that they had to deliberate on. All I know is what the media's been putting out. So I couldn't form an actual real opinion on how the verdict should have gone.
Okay. Were you surprised that he was found guilty in all three, or no, not at all?
I thought there was a strong chance he was going to be found guilty no matter what the jury actually thought of the evidence. Just for the fear over the rioting that would happen if they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not saying that played into it. I just had that fear before the verdict was read that might have a weight on their decision.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that people are going to assume that the jury was tainted before this thing even began. That that it was going to happen. Whether it did, in fact, we can only speculate unless they're gonna the media ends up like hounding over the jurors and starts demanding interviews from them. But yeah, I figured that's going to happen. It's unfortunate, but it's also a reality that you have to
there's
contend with.
nothing they can do about that because it's like they're performing a duty, and they shouldn't be hounded. What if they were one of the ones that said that I didn't think he was guilty and it was a hung jury? You know what I mean? I don't think they should be bothers me. It's just stupid. I wish they could do something about that. Then again, some of them want the spotlight, though. To be fair, some of them do.
Well, to find people that don't have opinions formed beforehand on this, you'd have to go to a different planet.
Oh no, I agree. He wasn't.
I
He was
agree
going
too.
to. He had a hard time finding a unbiased jury. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, jury selection was what, 2 weeks long?
That's not very long at all. Or is that long for jury selection usually?
For
Or no?
for a regular trial, like that's not having this kind of spotlight, that's pretty long.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough.
Isn't jury selection usually done in a day?
Yeah.
I can only base it off the one time I got called in for a jury trial.
Yeah, I got called up for jury trial, and they didn't select me. I was going to school at the time, so I had an excuse. I didn't want to do it anyway.
I wouldn't mind being on a jury. I would
So-
want
so-
to experience it.
So, Wonder Woman, you are of the opinion that Derek Chauvin was innocent?
Yes, I believe that he was not on his neck. I believe he was on his shoulder. They just could not get an actual good view to specifically tell. And I also believe that George Floyd did ingest drugs or take some prior to when the police arrived or when they arrived. You know, I believe that he put himself in danger. And, you know, you live by violence.
Yeah.
You know, you die by violence. You know, like if you don't want to fall off a cliff, then don't go climbing a cliff or don't stand on the edge.
Well, a cliff is an inanimate object,
Hello,
not a
everyone.
police officer
Yeah, hey, Jared.
who
And,
has control, who's supposed to have control of his actions.
Exactly. And Wonder Woman. All right. So I want to talk. Part of your statement is what makes you think that he was on the shoulder and not on the neck? What video have you seen that supports this, or are you just? I mean, I'm not going to put words in your mouth. What video or what evidence have you seen that supports this theory?
Okay, I did see someone testify about the fact that he was on his shoulder. I can't give you the exact video because there's been so many videos, but I did see something where it was, you know, specified that he was on the shoulder.
So, okay, so you're basing. So, did you have? All right, was this before someone testified, or did you have that opinion after you heard the testimony?
Number one, I wanted Derek Chauvin to get off anyway.
Why?
Because I believe that George Floyd made his own bed and he wound up lying in it. You know, but for his actions that day, the police would never have had to have been called, and he wouldn't have been in any danger.
So
And whether
anybody
it was
who
that
does
day
wrong,
or another day, he was going to wind up dead.
their life is forfeit.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That's very cruel to think. I mean, that's like, what if somebody gets called for shoplifting? You committed a crime, so now if the cop kills you, the cop is okay?
Well, if they continue and resist the police when they're trying to be arrested, that's them continuing, you know, their crime. If they don't resist the police, then, you know, they will be arrested without any problem.
So
He
any
started out
form of
violently
resistance
that day.
merits death.
He started out violently that day. He continued resisting, which escalated the whole situation.
So let me get this straight. Any level of resistance, your life is now forfeit.
I didn't say forfeit.
But you just said it's okay for them to kill them, though. That's forfeiting their life, though. You're saying
No,
without
they put
saying it.
themselves in danger by you know, escalating it with resisting, because for what they do, the cop is going to have to match and then some to get the person under control. So he did what he did to
And
call
based-
the police to come, and then he did what he did with resisting.
And
If
then
he
based
didn't
on the
resist, he
footage,
would be dead.
however, but the jury determined here that based on the footage, that the cop went far beyond using the regular means of controlling Floyd. I mean that you say that I will agree with you, or I will concede to you, because again I didn't watch any of the testimony, or barely any of it. I'll concede to you that there was somebody who testified that he was on his shoulder, right? But
Yes.
there was probably people who testified that he was on his neck. But again, determining of whether or not that is true or not, that's also a fact. That's also something for the jury to decide.
Well, I was asked my opinion, and if I were on the jury, I would have voted to acquit him.
What are you, nuts?
Well, it's
Glad
her
they found
opinion.
him guilty.
nuts.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's her opinion, and it's fine. She's entitled to her opinion. I mean,
I know.
and there are people that believe. I mean, Carl here agrees too. There's people in that, and Wonder Woman. I'm trying to understand your logic. I can't understand your logic whatsoever. To me, somebody who either they shoplift. I mean, and when you're saying match, you want to match the force. No, you just said any crime. You said any crime, though. You said any crime. You got to make, which one is it? Is it any crime or a violent?
No, not any crime. If they are violent and they continue being violent and resisting, then they have chosen to put themselves in jeopardy.
Well, why couldn't the cop pull out a taser instead of a gun? That would just subdue the suspect just as easily, wouldn't it? In most cases, I should say.
He did not give the cop any time to do that. He was just constantly being uncontrollable.
Okay, see, now I don't think you... All right, just by that statement right there, I don't really think you know what's going on in this case, because he didn't shoot him, so it's not even... I was just using that as a kind of like an example. The gun had nothing to do with what happened in this case. You know that, right?
I know that Floyd was violent, Floyd was resisting, and Floyd is dead. But for his own actions, he would not be dead.
I would say, but for the cops' actions, he would not be dead. I mean,
yeah, I agree.
You could say say that because Floyd was initially resisting, because again, this is where Kenny and I are having this issue. You seem to be implying that any form of resistance to an officer is essentially you're risking your life. Like any form of resistance, whether it's light, violent, or somewhere in between.
Violence only. Violence
so
only.
what would you classify as violent resisting?
Yes. Good question.
Good question.
Winding up, not going quietly into the handcuffs and into the car, not cooperating with the police, and trying to violently wrestle away and from the cops. That is what, it looked like a brawl on that street. He was trying to get away, any way he could, and he was resisting in a massive way.
I've seen plenty of auditors who scream and yell in the midst of having handcuffs, and many other individuals who have been taken down by the police and yet are still alive and breathing. They were subdued without having a knee on their neck.
Your mugshot might have a few scrapes and bruises, but
yeah.
But
You'll live.
They are not violent. They do not have a violent record. They were not acting in violence.
Oh, that's not true. A lot of auditors have violent records.
But Floyd was known for abuse. Floyd was known for drugs. And Floyd was known for violence. He was living his life walking in the shadow of death.
Okay, again, the fact that he had a violent history or the fact that he had a drug issues in the past does not give an officer license to treat his life as nothing.
Right, not to mention
I understand that in the sense of where the victim is lacking in sympathy, but we're supposed to be treating the justice system as, you are supposed as a life is taken as a life taken.
I'm
Right now,
sorry,
and
but violent people live violently and they die violently. And
I really don't think that the police should be the judge, jury, and executioner here. There's a point to having due process.
He was also on drugs.
So the fuck what?
Even more violently.
How many people get intoxicated every fucking night and are manhandled by the police because they have one too many? Are they subject to death?
This guy right here, I get drunk and I don't get handled by the cops. I don't want to die either. This guy.
Being drunk and being on meth or hard drugs is two different things. And this guy, he lived a vile life. He was going to wind up dead one way or another.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, but that's an unbelievably callous thing to say.
Absolutely.
He was gonna die anyway, so who gives a fuck if a cop chokes him out?
What if somebody did that to you? What if somebody said that to you or one of your loved ones?
Well, if one of my loved ones was violent, I'd have no problem.
See, that's just you're ignorant.
Wow.
See,
hey, at least she's being like, hey, at least she's saying if it was someone that I loved, if they're being violent, hey, she's saying the same thing should happen to them. She's consistent. You got to give it to her. She's consistent with it.
From violence.
See, I'm of the mind though that within that 2 minutes that the knee was on the neck, handcuffs could have been put on, and he could have been put into a different position easily. And the fact that he was down there for 2 minutes, to me, that's what brings up the negligence right there. That's what brings up the manslaughter. I don't agree with the other ones, but I do believe in manslaughter. I don't believe it was intentional. And I think you should be held accountable for that act, period. But the time frame they had, 2 minutes is a long time if you think about it, honestly. And the officers had plenty of time with the officers they had there to get handcuffs on them, whether they needed to double cuff them or not.
And then call an ambulance.
Right.
Call.
And they had an EMT there that was on scene. I mean,
there you go. I haven't seen the video so long because I don't like watching.
Yeah, one of the witnesses was actually a first responder EMT for the city of Minneapolis, but she was in civvies, and so the officers kept her at bay.
So how come if I was the officers there and I saw that, I would have pushed him out the way and be like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing?"
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think but it was a female, and I think she was also African American, so I think she probably had concerns as well. And I think she did try running up because she had a camera as well, but they probably saw her as another instigator versus what she really did.
Well, what about the other officers on the scene?
Oh, right. I guess we'll see what happens with their charges.
Hey, I'm not talking about regular people, citizens.
Right.
Fuck it. Kill them all.
No. Here's the thing. Another thing that kind of all right. So he had his knee on his neck, right? And then that's when people were starting to come and film and say, "Why do you got your knee on his neck?" At that point, in my opinion, he should have took it off. He kept it there while he's sitting there talking to the bystander. So I think that helped keep his knee on there. He was dealing with them. I don't know if he wasn't thinking or whatever why he kept the knee on there, but I think it was on there longer also because of the bystanders who were there telling him, "Get your knee off his neck." But he should have just got it off right away. Stupid for not doing that. Don't get me wrong, but I think the bystanders watching and trying to get involved with the team, for good reason. They were trying to help him, but I think that had something to do with it too, in my opinion.
I think they should have cuffed his hands behind his back and cuffed his feet together and got off of him. Let him roll around like a fish.
Yeah.
Or use mace or taser.
No.
Let him roll around like a Omaha.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, somebody already made the fair point that George Floyd isn't the one on trial. It's the cop. So you can argue his criminal history all day long. What matters is what was the cop's actions in that moment.
Thank you. Exactly.
They were, in my opinion, unjustified.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead, Wonder Woman.
Do you happen to have, or can you find easily the actual footage of the actual incident?
It's all over the internet. Let's see if I can find
Yeah.
it.
I'm gonna drop down if you play it and like leave the stream because
You don't
I don't
have to.
No, I don't like listening or watching that shit.
Oh.
So if you do play it, let me know.
Hey,
Like,
Kenny,
I
I'm actually going
don't
to
like
email
that.
you here in a second. There's actually a still photograph versus the actual whole thing. I think I know what she's looking for, so give me a second.
Okay. Maybe that'll be better.
I am willing to be open to being dissuaded because this is only opinion. I am open-minded. I have my opinions and my feelings. Yes, they're based on me coming from a family with violence.
I come from a family of violence too. So
Yeah, I don't get what that has to do with anything.
yeah,
I think kids should get
in
their
my
asses
opinion,
paddled
you're just
more
starting.
often.
You're sounding stupid. In my opinion.
Right. I was
Don't make
the
me get
victim
AK,
of the
Odin.
violence, and I was hoping to try to put my life okay.
Starting with Gerg.
No,
Check,
don't get AK.
check your email,
No,
Kenny.
no.
We'll kick Gerg out for AK. That's what we'll do. All right, I'll look check out my email.
Well, if you really don't have the room, I will drop down.
She's not trying to. I don't think she's trying to come up anyway. She's not. I don't even think she's in chat.
I'll just tell AK to go make me a. Oops, sorry. I'll just tell AK to go make me a sandwich.
Oh,
Jesus.
Okay. I think there's no question. All right. You said you want definitive proof. I'd be hard pressed to find any more definitive proof
No,
than
I'd
this
be
here.
willing to take any kind of a second look because it
Well,
has been
Kenny,
a long
I'm out
time
then.
since the video.
Here you go.
Oh yeah, he had his knee on his neck. That's not his shoulder.
Oh my God, that's
I changed my opinion.
That is there's no question there. Eyes on. I get what you're saying,
All right, you get
but
rid of.
how do you argue this? It's right there. His knee is completely
You
on the
can't.
neck.
You can't.
All right, you said on his shoulder. That's on his neck.
No, that's
Okay.
not on his shoulder. That is
No,
completely
it's not.
on his neck.
That's on his
Okay, I
neck.
stand corrected on my opinion on that one.
Too bad they
But I
couldn't
still don't
tranquilize
believe that
people.
the cop, second degree manslaughter. What was the actual? Just because when the verdict was being read, somebody made a comment and spoke at the exact moment.
I know. I said justice, and Kenny was
Wait,
just
what was the
asking for
exact verdict? If you could just
All three
Guilty in
charges
all
were
three.
guilty. It was second degree unintentional murder guilty, third degree murder guilty, and second degree manslaughter guilty.
Thank God. Fucking prick.
Okay, now what is second degree murder? Can someone define that for me?
I got
no
it here in a
idea.
second.
Because I don't understand the degrees in law.
To me, it's just
Yeah, like I
murder.
was
Good.
saying to Lavender, murder, the first degree, second degree, third degree murder differs from state to state and how they define it. I recall in one state where first degree murder was was the equivalent of capital murder, and then second degree murder was non-capital intentional murder, and then so on and so forth.
Well, with Minnesota, it's second degree unintentional murder. Basically, alleges that the death was caused without intent while committing or attempting to commit a felony third degree assault. Third degree felony third degree assault. So in turn, third degree assault is defined as intentional infliction of substantial bodily harm. And then they go on to say third degree murder is by perpetrating an act eminently dangerous to others and evincing a depraved mind without regard for human life. And third one was second degree manslaughter, was these culpable negligence whereby the person creates an unreasonable risk and consciously takes chances of causing death or great bodily harm.
Yeah, I believe that he should have gotten the manslaughter. I don't believe the other two.
I'm not a lawyer, but he killed that man.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, murder.
What? So what are the potential length of time he can serve if these hold up? Does anyone know?
I think 14 years.
40. It's 40 years for second degree murder, 25 years for third degree murder, and up to 10 years for second degree manslaughter.
And he's probably not going to get the maximum on any of those. I highly doubt it.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
'cause
at the
he's
most,
cop.
they're going to probably make them all together. I mean, like I said, that's up to. So I would say, I don't know, being an officer and such,
Yeah,
there's
that's
so
what I'm
many
saying.
guesses you could go off of. I would say probably 15 to 20.
But wait,
And it might run concurrently, right, instead of consecutively.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. This will probably get appealed, and with the stunt that was just pulled, I'm leaving it there, Kenny. I'm not going any further. I respect your panel. But for that person's conduct and the statements and the call for more violence, I think that will give an excellent ground for the appeals court to overturn it.
That has nothing
Now-
to do with the trial.
Now,
No.
Cheeky, I hear what you're Cheeky. You say how long has it been on the force, and when was the last time you had retraining on how to subdue a suspect? That would be a departmental problem, but then at the same time, that doesn't absolve him from any guilt. Stupid mistake is a stupid mistake. Is a not mistake. I mean, it wouldn't even. It's not a mistake, but whatever. It's no, that doesn't absolve him from anything, in my opinion. I don't. Does it absolve? Does that if it comes to find out the department didn't properly train him? Would anyone's opinion on his guilt change from that alone?
No, he should have known better himself.
No, it wouldn't change.
I don't think so either. So I mean, I get what you're saying.
that would
Maybe
have no
maybe so.
impact on it.
To me, that would make the department look bad. And I'd look more into the department too. It's like, okay, now wait a minute. Maybe we need to check out this whole department then. So to me, that would make sense. But that's just me.
The department should get sued, maybe. Yeah.
I don't know if they should get sued. I mean, not for his actions. I mean, come on.
Oh,
Is
there are civil suits
The
already there.
family already got 27 million.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
also though, when they questioned the training officers and the training people from Minneapolis Police Department, they said that the knee on the neck is not part of the training at all. It's not an approved or trained control move or control hold.
As far as appeals go, there is I would say there is an avenue that the defense can use on appeal on the external commentary. Whether or not an appeals court will buy it, I couldn't tell you. I honestly couldn't. I really don't know. But I would be remiss to say if that isn't something the defense is going to bring up on appeal.
Carl, there's no threats. You know this. I don't allow threats on my channel. So this is your warning. Next time you will be silenced and I'll kick you off the panel, okay?
Whoa.
There are no threats, Carl, okay? Carl? I know you hear me. No threats. All right, continue.
No, that was just it. I was just saying that I couldn't tell you whether or not they have a good or bad case for appeal just based solely upon the external commentary, but I would say that there is grounds there.
Right, in conjunction with the fact that all of this rioting and, that particular group, additionally aided by the other group, not going to throw names out.
Wonder Woman, I got a question to ask you. What does that have to do with the police officer's action?
But I'm saying from a legal standpoint now, it has nothing to do with the police officer's actions and whether he should or should not have been convicted. I'm saying from the legal manipulations going forward, there are, in my opinion, valid grounds for a court to say that this jury was in a bad position, a flawed position, and had every right to be afraid, which affected their verdict.
Well, the thing is that the court, I'm not sure how the appeals court is going to interpret it that way. The issue would be whether or not he received a fair trial. And what the external commentary and external incidences may be a factor there. Whether or not it's a controlling factor will be up to the appeals court. But it could also be very well that the court could say, even if we were to say that the external commentary could have been a factor, the evidence in and of itself, it was sufficient for a guilty verdict, and therefore, it wasn't the external commentary was not on was it
leading force?
I'm sorry.
Would you have said the external factor wouldn't have been the leading force of them saying, "Okay, he's guilty"?
It would have been it would be a harmless error. I guess the terminology I was looking for.
No, but that in conjunction with the whole rioting and violence would make any juror afraid to vote, honorably.
I mean, by that logic, this guy could never have gotten a fair trial.
That's what I'm saying.
That what? So he gets off?
I don't know what the legal answer is on that, but honestly, even if I were a juror on there, I would feel afraid. That if I voted with whatever way that my conscience felt, that I would be at risk of my house getting vandalized, my family members being attacked, myself being attacked. I would definitely, be too afraid to render an appropriate verdict.
Can I add in something? Because I only came on here just to for 5 minutes to give my opinion about everything. Because Kenny was asking around.
Go ahead.
I found that out myself. Don't worry, I'll make this short and sweet because I only have 29%. But I think that was an excellent. I'm glad they pleaded guilty. I'm glad he got a guilty on all of them. It doesn't matter if you were a cop or not. You killed him. You had your knee on this motherfucker's back.
Neck.
My bad. Now I'm fucking it up.
Why do you
Hey, if you
feel
can-
he should be guilty of all three?
If you can address that comment you highlighted earlier, the jury was sequestered. It wasn't like they were not sequestered. Yeah, they were.
Okay.
I don't
That was
believe
true.
the whole time.
Now, is
though.
it true that their addresses and phone numbers were doxed? I wasn't really on the trial either, so
yeah, that one I'm not sure of.
I don't know if they've been doxxed. I know they do plan in the future to release the names.
Yeah, for
Now.
public record.
Couldn't that get them in trouble with jury tampering?
yeah. Then because if that is the case, and they weren't sequestered, I mean, it would be hard pressed to argue. I mean, it would be easy to argue that the media had some sort of influence on their opinion. Also, if their names were doxed, yeah, they'd be in fear. So, I mean, if that's true, then man, that's sad because that would call into question the integrity of this trial for sure.
Well, everybody knows that their name is eventually going to come out. I mean, and if people want to get that name, you can get the names. So
well, it's true. No, I get that, but I mean, before. But I'm talking about. I thought it was understood that, or someone was saying that their names were doxed before they even came back with a verdict. That would definitely scare them into doing what people want them to do.
Oh, so that's where you're talking about. Okay.
I'm not sure if it's. I'm asking. Does anyone know if that's true or not? Because that's what was. Someone said that in chat, and is there any verification on that? Because if so, that's shit.
Well, I'm looking at an article from the Star Tribune. Apparently, a couple of the alternates were actually dismissed, and afterward, their bios were published by the Star Tribune of who they were and what they did. So, I mean, these are ones that were already dismissed, which makes me wonder, that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of shifty right there.
Yeah.
I'd have to ask an
So-
attorney that question.
So Taze is saying they didn't start getting sequestered until last night, which doesn't make sense for a case like this. You would think they'd be sequestered. Let me see.
Right away.
Let's see. Was
So there's
All right,
another error that the judge
should
made.
I still go on or no?
They should have been sequestered from the get-go.
I don't understand if they weren't. That makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
Oh.
Okay,
Okay.
kick
Oh,
Gerg
yep,
off.
they're partially sequestered.
Okay, kick Gerg off and let Kimber up here.
I wasn't even done talking, but okay. And I was porn bombing Kenny's thing with a pussy. There was a pussy walking around.
Yeah, I saw that. That's mean.
Oh, what a cute little kitty.
Yeah, see? They tried running up on me and everything, but I don't know the cat.
But I'm partial.
Yeah, they weren't. The judge actually denied a request for jury sequester for sequestering on the 12th of April. Wow.
Well, anyways, from what I saw and everything,
That's ridiculous.
kind of from what
Tate's
I heard,
auditor said that they were sequestered
little
for
bit.
deliberations only.
Yeah, that's what I was reading too.
No.
That surprises me. Does that surprise you, Artie?
Yeah. I was expecting that they should have been sequestered from the end of selection, personally.
No,
But,
don't you also think that this is gonna give the appeals process a big ass fucking big ass thing to look into and like, well, wait a minute, they were sequestered.
well,
Now,
it's easily going to be some. Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. I'll tell you. So with that, because I don't think it would be too far of a stretch of imagination for them to even put in the doubt that hey, maybe they were tampered, maybe they were influenced, tampered with, or whatever, easily.
Yeah. That definitely would add in.
It would definitely be again another point for the defense in their appeal.
Okay, now what's the legal procedure now? Does he go straight to jail to await sentencing? Is he still out on bond? And when he's sentenced, does he remain out when he's going for an appeal if he goes for one?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
He will likely be incarcerated pending sentencing, and assuming that they are going to file an appeal, which they more than likely will. He will be, the judge will rule a stay of his sentencing pending the appeal.
So Royal Pirate Film says sentencing in 8 weeks, he's going to jail immediately. Now, if he's going to be doing his appeal, can he get a bond for the appeal process or no?
Possibly, but given what he's been convicted of, I don't know if the judge is going to give him a bond. I doubt that. I imagine he'll probably be sitting.
If they do, it'd probably be house arrest or monitor bracelet, just to keep him from bailing.
Yeah, everybody in the chat saying no bond. So yeah, he's gonna
Okay,
He's gonna be sitting there through the appeal.
Hey, Real Pirate Films, why don't you come up here? I don't think we've ever had you up here. It's gonna be a nice one.
Is it possible that they would be willing to consider allowing him to stay out because of the seriousness of the whole entire situation with, him being, because if he goes into jail, he's going to be point blank in danger every single day.
Well, he's going to be in danger out of jail every single day.
But he'll have a better chance of living through his appeal.
Well, I mean, you're asking me to give sympathy for a convicted murderer, so.
Yeah, he is a cop. He's going to solitary. I mean, he'll be protective detail. And there's no way around that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, going by what you said, he lived through violence, right? So he lived his life through violence.
And on a completely unrelated note, but I guess it kind of is related. We're talking about violence. Do you know, besides what National Weed Day, what April 20th what it's also famous for? Does anyone?
Crime
Adolf
victims.
Hitler birthday.
What'd you say, Gary?
Adolf Hitler's birthday.
Hitler's
That is true. It
birthday.
is Hitler's,
Ew.
which is why I don't celebrate 420. Any
Good choice.
kind of fucking joy at all. Because it's just a sad day in history.
Define irony.
Yeah, now there's one person that should have been an abortion.
Yeah, see, other people in chat know that too. Yep, besides pot day. Yep, it is pot day.
Sorry, my headset was muted.
Your headset was neutered.
Muted.
Oh, okay.
I'm sitting here talking to myself.
Oh, yeah.
Who the hell are I threatening?
You were in chat. Said anybody that beats pregnant woman is gonna, there at least a squirrel population that's gonna die. That's a threat. I'm not allowing that type of shit. I understand you don't agree with what happened with them, with the whole situation. I get that. You're entitled to your opinion. But in the chat, you're not going to threaten anybody. I don't care. You're not going to threaten Obama or Osama bin Laden. You're not going to threaten Saddam Hussein. They're already dead. If they were alive, you're just not going to. You're just not going to threaten anyone. I don't care. All right, I thought that was clear with my channel. Do you understand now?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Just like me, I accept my chastising. I went a little bit too far.
I mean, that's the thing. I understand you guys are going to. Everyone has an opinion on this, and it's going to go a little far. But I'm going to give leeway, but just because I allow a lot, there's some things I'm not going to allow. Y'all know I do not allow racism in here.
No, you're very fair.
Racism, and also there's going to be any threats. Those are some things. Those are issues with me. If you don't want to say, God damn it, Kenny, you're a piece of shit. Carl, you said, Kenny, you're a piece of shit. I'm going to bite your nuts off. I say, you know what, Carl? You're entitled to say that, and you wouldn't get.
All right, so I said nuts. I said nuts. Where the hell are nuts?
I miss
I'm
the
just saying.
squirrels that used to come around to my windowsill. They
Hey,
cut down
Kimber.
the trees around here,
Hey.
and there went the squirrels.
So
Hey, I'm gonna
outside my
I'm gonna
window.
drop out, but lastly I want to say I'm just hoping that I really hope that we have some peace tonight. They don't take out the verdict on their communities.
I think it's already started.
Yeah,
Nope,
wonderful.
Tage, you can't threaten Josh Abrams either. Even though I dislike him, you can't threaten him either. Sorry.
Have a good night, guys.
Thanks for being here,
See ya.
Paul.
Yeah,
Paul.
Have a good one, Paul.
So,
All right,
Kimber, have you been? So,
Hi,
what do you
Taco.
think? What do you think about the whole verdict, ma'am?
I am completely out of the loop.
Well, the verdict came in, and he was found guilty of all 3 charges. All 3 charges.
Ooh, whoops. Sorry. I just turned on my iPad.
Good job.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to think anymore.
Yeah.
And on the record, for the record, and by the record, that was a statement of fact. How it works, if you're a squirrel.
It doesn't matter if you consider it a fact. It was a threat, Carl. Someone could say, I mean, that is the stupidest argument for somebody to threaten. It's not a threat. That's a fact. That doesn't stop it being a threat just because you say it's a fact doesn't change anything. That's a stupid argument.
Don't make me call Squeak.
I'm just saying that's a stupid argument.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Thank you, Peanut. Joe Justice, no tacos. I like that.
Oh, that.
All right, eyes on. Have a good one.
I'm sorry. That definitely was a threat. I threatened to call Squeak.
Okay.
Now, have any riots started or any protesting or anything started so far?
Nicole Pinati lives up there, and she said it's a shit show right now.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, they were
Nicole,
gonna riot
yeah.
either way.
Oh, I know.
They're gonna
This is
riot because things worked out in their favor. They were gonna
this is
riot if they didn't.
and this is the best case scenario for them too. Not every charge he was convicted on. There's no reason they should be anything but happy, right? But yet
Right.
they're still out there doing this because they had their eye on that laser printer or that 50-inch TV because I feel happy. I need a 50-inch TV now. I
I'm
mean,
disgusted
really?
with
Get the
the
fuck
fact that
out of
there's
here.
no personal accountability anymore and nobody gets punished for anything.
Is Steve Pender still in chat?
I don't even know. I don't even know who that is.
The rig.
I don't think he was in chat, was he?
Steve Pinder, yeah, he was there.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if he's still in chat.
Yeah, he's still here.
Yeah, there he is.
Exactly. You're right, Pam. They will riot for nothing. It's ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah.
oh, just wait. When the appeals start, they're going to be rioting again, regardless of what happens with the appeals. Excuse me, what happens with the appeals. Even though, if what we're understanding is true, there's a good case that it might get over, or at least, there might have to be a brand new trial. That's what I'm thinking is going to end up happening. It's the way it's looking
Both
like
of
it.
those groups, one starts with an A, one starts with a B, need to be just totally gone after by the government and just totally shut down. Neither of them is legitimate. They're both violence-based. They both live to do nothing but incite violence and commit violence.
Black Lives Matter
and sent to Gitmo.
Black Lives Matter has incited riots and violence.
And Rob,
yeah.
I think you're right, and I think it is sad because I do think I think he fucked up. Just the fact that they didn't sequester the jury is just, I mean, God, how stupid can you be?
That's crazy.
That is just so fucking stupid. All summer full fucking
It is
rioting.
it's very annoying. I posted a link in the private chat that kind of summarized all the different issues on appeal that the defense can point to, and it's irritating. It's because I think that the evidence was sufficiently there, and the judge gave the defense a gift by not, as somebody mentioned, moving this out of Minneapolis. They could have gotten a change of venue. They could have gotten they could have sequestered the jury. They could have prevented them from accessing social media. They could have done a lot of things to ensure that the potential for tainting the jury was minimized, and the judge didn't do that.
I believe the judge did that intentionally to give them an easy appeal.
Well, if the judge did that intentionally, that's really fucking messed up.
That is. I agree. If that judge did that, then fuck that judge. He should be disbarred and just fucking done.
Because he's encouraging, he's giving an avenue for a leg up for the defense, when the when the facts should only be presented at trial with the evidence presented, and a judge should know that because of the publicity of what's going on, he should have known to take precautions. And if he did that intentionally, what the hell?
Yeah, agreed. So let's take a look at what kind of stuff they could do here. Of course, it's going to make me subscribe. Oh,
Pam, I just want to know what your avatar is.
Rock.
Wow.
Wonder Woman. No, that's not
No.
either. That's not all they do.
No.
That's not all they do.
Don't
That's
don't
too
do that.
simple. It's too simple. 50 years ago, Charles Manson trial. Nixon opined that Manson was guilty, and that was an easy opinion to have. But it was like big, bold headlines in the paper in Los Angeles, and somebody in the jury got a hold of the paper. But the judge says, no, we're going to get a new juror. We're not going to. No, he's not getting a mistrial here. I don't think you're going to get a mistrial. I think you'll have appeal. It did come up the other night about Congress Lady Waters, who likes to throw flames a lot. Can you imagine if Trump had done this? What would we be talking about now?
What if Trump had done what? I'm sorry.
Okay, if Waters had said they had to find him guilty, or they're going to have riots, basically, I don't think it had anything to play into it. I think the verdict was just. It was right. You had 6 whites, 4 African Americans, and 2 mixed race on this jury. It was put together well. I think this judge did a good job of keeping this in check. If this had been the way the OJ trial had gone, he'd have been guilty. But that got out of control right away. I was not crazy about them televising. I don't think any trials should be televised.
I don't have a problem with televising them. My issues with this trial come from the fact that they get it taken out of Minneapolis and the judge said no, which
I understand that.
No fucking sense whatsoever. First of all, that's one mistake. Then the fact that they didn't sequester the jury from day one, another huge. I mean, just
well, I'll have to read into that because I'm not sure if that's the standard everywhere or not. Maybe it's different state by state.
Well, shouldn't matter with the size of this case, publicity that jury should have been sequestered.
Hey, I did a jury trial as a juror on an attempted murder case.
But this wasn't. But okay, but you also weren't on a case that was televised in every state in different countries either,
but
were you?
It was still a case that was well known locally, and I just had to stay away from it, and I did.
Yeah, well, this is a lot different. I mean,
it wasn't to them. I mean, one guy wound up paralyzed.
Okay, maybe not to them, but I'm just in this case, it was just a lot more spread and a lot different. They should have been sequestered. Maybe there's an argument that your case shouldn't have been, or maybe they should have been, for all we know. But this one, they definitely should have been sequestered.
It'll be interesting to watch because you and I both watched this thing on YouTube with a policeman in Minneapolis who have not talked about this case whatsoever other than preparations for what happens during the trial. And they may not opine at all on it.
I don't think you'll ever be able to prove that the judge did it intentionally, but it is my opinion that he did.
I don't think, it'll be a hard thing to prove.
Oh, it absolutely will.
But it's just either that or he is just so far removed from. Maybe he's.
No, I don't think he's far removed from it. I genuinely would want to know what his reasonings were for not changing venue and not sequestering the jury until deliberations.
Hold on.
But isn't usually a judge's prerogative too, though, right?
Ken.
For the most part. Yeah.
Wonder Woman, why are you making these wild accusations that the BLM?
Because it's what they demonstrated all on TV. What they're all about. They're all about anti-police. They're all about.
That was Antifa.
That's not true.
Yeah, that's Antifa. That's not BLM. They don't.
BLM has walked back some of their earlier websites. At one time, they were proudly touting that they were using Marxist principles. They've since deleted those comments.
Yeah, to cover it up.
But
look
you,
at what the
there,
leader
But
is
that
doing.
doesn't
what
mean
proof
that
do you
it
have,
works
though, of
anymore.
this? I mean, I understand the Marxist things. Yes, that was there when they first started, but it's not there now.
But the fact of the matter
But
is,
where's her
rewrite history.
proof that they're made up, that it's made up of violent people, anarchists, drug addicts, and mentally ill?
oh, there's none, and I'm not saying that. It's interesting
Right,
that
I understand.
a black commentator was put in YouTube jail recently because he opined about one of the leaders of BLM buying a $1.4 million home in mostly white area.
Right, yeah.
Because where did that money come from?
Right.
She embezzled it. Come
But
on.
he was told that he was a racist, even though he's black.
Okay, but she's making accusations about them.
Yeah, I know. Lavender, I'm
And-
agreeing with you, okay? And I'm not a
yeah,
BLM fan.
She's not talking
understand
to
that.
you. She's talking to Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I want to know why you would make such comments that you have no proof of.
Because
And
all
that's
they're doing is trying to intimidate people.
Cite your
That's what
facts.
they don't ever do.
opinion.
They're taking over. They're marching everywhere,
Cite
and it
your
all
facts.
starts violence.
Cite your facts. Show your proof. Show your evidence.
Yeah, because that's a really bold accusation.
Yeah, and it's offensive, really.
I gotta
People
drop
are-
out. Kenny, I'll see
All
you
right,
later.
Artie.
Oh,
Have a good
I'm
one,
sorry,
Artie.
Artie.
No worries.
I hope it's not me.
See you, Artie.
No, it's not any of that. I have to actually do exercise, which I hate.
All right.
All right. Later.
His cats have to walk in.
Yeah, I just don't think that that's a fair assessment of the BLM. No matter what side of it I'm on.
Doing across the entire nation. There's so many throngs of them. They take over blocks and blocks and blocks. They don't leave.
Show proof.
They torch things.
Show proof.
I don't go to these things, please.
And
But if
prove
I
that they are
could-
BLM and
But
not
it-
Antifa or just.
It's both of them doing the same thing.
No, it's not.
Hold the fucking video showing us which one's Antifa and which one's BLM.
Just so
Yeah, prove.
I
Yeah,
would
prove that they're
appreciate
either
you
one.
not making
Well,
those
I
kind of
think
comments.
part of it was Antifa. You know, when you seal a courthouse and try to burn it down, that's Antifa.
That's both of them.
But I think at the earliest of the BLM, some of the Antifa people saw an opportunity to get theirs in, and they ran to help or join.
That's
Antifa doesn't
both
believe
of
in
them.
anything
They
except
take
burn it
over
down.
streets and they march and they don't leave, and they get totally rowdy, totally out of control. They attack people's cars as they're just driving on the road. They go across a highway.
I'm
Look at
tired
the
of hearing hey, show me proof.
Wonder Woman, what do
they
you
were
think?
on a major highway.
Wonder
and
Woman,
one of
real
them
quick. What do you think about the people that invaded the Capitol? I just want to know real quick.
I think that most of them were made up of Antifa.
No,
Black Lives Matter had anything to do with that. I think it was all Antifa. I think it was
Antifa's
set
better
up by
organized
Pelosi.
than that. Truthfully, these guys gave up without a fight. They got in and they had no idea what to do.
Some of them were Trump, yes. Some of them were
Most
Trump.
were. I mean,
But
most of them
the
were.
ones that started the push were Antifa. The guy with the horns and the face paint, definitely Antifa.
I don't think he actually believes in anything. I think he just enjoyed his camera time. And I hate Antifa.
And he knows
I
the
think back to
Pelosi's
that journalist Andrew No who got plastered upside the head.
Okay,
Had
let's
the nerve to film them.
let's get away. Let's get away from this conversation because Wonder Woman, you really are offending a lot of people. You're offending me too because you're not coming with any proof. You're really just coming off of your opinion. So we're
Well, I thought
that
this was
just don't
discussing
spread.
opinions here.
But you're not coming. But this is you're not coming with any facts. You're making a bold accusation. You're saying that you're saying all this stuff about BLM, which is you can't back up. That's not your opinion. That's not your opinion. You're actually stating facts that you believe are true.
All of these videos are on YouTube with Black Lives Matter
And yet you
rioting.
cannot pull up one.
Prove that it's Black Lives Matter. Just because
Okay, well,
the
you
media
I'll flip it on you.
says that an elephant is a donkey doesn't mean that the elephant is a donkey, right?
I will flip it on you. Prove that it's Antifa.
I didn't say it was Antifa. I don't know who it is. But
Prove that it wasn't Black Lives Matter then.
I'm not going to assume it's BLM.
I'm going to
Well,
assume
look at
there's a bunch of
look at
assholes
what
out
they
there.
wind up chanting in the sign. Look at what they wind up chanting and holding up the signs for.
Because it's an easy scapegoat. Because there's people that are actually out there that have this issue. They're taking advantage of this situation and going to cause mayhem and trouble and rob and pillage. They're using a good cause and turning it into something bad.
It's
Because they
not
know
a good cause. It's
you know what? BLM is a good cause.
No, it's not. It's illegitimate. It was started by a troublemaking Marxist looking to use people to get glory and money and
that
just
is your opinion.
At first, yes, but it hasn't changed. It hasn't evolved. Things over time do change and do evolve. That's how you become better humans,
no.
better society.
No. They're still looking to disband the police so that they can be free to go ahead
That's
and get all
Antifa.
their crime
That's
committed.
Antifa.
Yeah, that definitely is Antifa.
It's both of them. They both have the same
No.
agenda. They just go at it two different ways, and they
They
wind
don't
up
both
coming
have the
together
same
at the same
agenda.
events. Mhm.
They don't have the same agenda.
Okay, moving on.
Nobody move.
No, I said moving on.
I drop my nuts.
I hope that they audit Patrice Kawour's, and I hope they audit Black Lives Matter because she's just embezzling from them. Go explain how they claim she gets $120,000 a year, and she's now buying all of these multi-million-dollar McMansions in white bread neighborhoods.
Okay, why
Can
don't
we
you talk
move
about
on,
how?
Kenny?
Yes, we can move on because I was about to take it in a whole different direction, but let's not.
Let's go the whole other direction, please.
How about some laughs?
Yeah, laughs sound good.
Let's watch a Karen video.
Those always do get a good laugh. Let's watch a Karen video. Why not? Let's see.
I got one for you. What do you call a guy with no arms, no legs, and he's in the ocean?
Bob.
Damn it.
What do you call one that's on the floor?
Matt.
How about in the lawn?
Please help me.
Russell.
What do you call a two-legged cow?
What?
Lean meat.
Wow.
What do you call girl that has no arms, no legs, and is on a grill?
What?
Patty.
What'd you say?
Patty.
What?
Patty.
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 Poor Patty. Oh, Ice Cold got arrested?
Oh, we gotta watch that video.
Yes.
Silence Boy is live right now talking about. Okay, let's watch that.
There's
Is it
like
on the
4
channel?
of them there. He was there. Yeah, he had video going too.
See, well, it's probably not up yet then.
Probably not.
Considering.
Uh,
I guess it is. It's on Mr. Scientifical.
yeah, he was there too.
Here we go. I don't know if I want to watch the whole thing.
Ring ding 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 ding.
Yeah, sorry about my Minions ringtone.
I think it already.
Oh yeah, just to let you know, the rig's going to have maybe have an open panel tonight, 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock Texas time. You're all invited.
Let's see. All right, so I haven't found the video yet. I'm looking. Somebody's talking about it. I guess there's a little bit of. Hold on, let's see. So there's a little bit. Let's see.
Hey,
I'll show what I
make me
found.
a sandwich.
I'll show what I found. Is AK in chat?
Yep.
You're very careful. She's gonna come up here and kick your ass,
Yeah.
and we're just gonna sit back and watch and laugh.
After she makes me a sandwich.
What kind of sandwich? Meatloaf sandwich? I like meatloaf sandwiches. All right, here we go. So this is what I can find.
Getting very aggressive. Do you call the police or do you pepper spray them? ICE apparently spiced him up and got arrested on a PPA. It's a hard call, man.
This car Prada fue una Montoya.
Wonder what he was arrested for.
Where was he? Deserved it.
He's gonna be arrested. Yep. You're a piece of shit, Sergeant. You're a piece of shit. I told you that. You're a piece of shit, Sergeant. You couldn't avoid that, Sergeant.
Silence. I've got you.
He's getting arrested, guys.
You're lucky your phone's dead.
You're a piece of shit, Sergeant. Seriously.
And we're all unlucky because
You
we
need
don't
to
get
see
to
the
see that
evidence.
beautiful smile
And-
up on panel today.
And his
'cause her
attorney is gonna have
phone is dead.
fun with you guys
Sad
tomorrow.
face.
Trust me, with this company.
And where's Glitterbug for our
Because we have seen
daily
everything.
fuck Omaha?
We have all the videos.
Yeah.
Well, she still can come up on panel on the freaking laptop. Her and her
Co-waiting
gray
PD,
hair.
guys. Co-waiting PD. Ice Cold is getting arrested after showing the sergeant Montoya and this pussy with the hair. So that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's a bunch of bullshit. Fuck these motherfuckers.
I love how they just say it's bullshit without, any kind of reasoning why he was arrested. We don't. They don't ever tell you why because it doesn't fit their narrative.
I like they lose their accent whenever they get all pissed off. Instead of Shambhala, Shambhala, Shambhala.
Yes, Lavender is a female RPF. Yes, she is. She is a sexy female. She is wonderful. And look at those glasses.
Yeah.
Look at those glasses. Boom.
Actually, I
Boom.
need photo evidence that she is a female.
There you go. There's your photo evidence that she is a female.
That don't mean anything. It could be Photoshop.
Sexual harassment.
I'm not harassed.
Wow, Taco. You really want to get beat, don't you? Get him, Lav. Get him. See that? There's another one.
No.
See, it's filtered though.
Oh my god. What's up,
Never
Dookie?
happy.
It said he pepper sprayed someone. Okay, Peanut. Thank you for that.
Stalker Nut, what's up?
So what? So Peanut, like, can you come up and kind of tell us what you know, please? That'll be awesome.
Hopefully, this means they'll start getting on these guys with pepper spray.
You know what? We can only hope, right? We can only hope.
Yeah.
She could be, if lucky enough, will be my future ex-wife. Oh shit, Lavender. Randy Nicole is gonna be your future hubby. Lavender, she must be eating.
She may be.
Or
She's on mute. Oh, there she is.
No, I have to go between YouTube and StreamYard to comment.
Ah, okay, I got it.
So I'm just switching back and forth so that I can.
So replay it. He says in the beginning. Okay, let's go back to the video. Let's play from
Yeah,
the
the
beginning.
dude at the beginning says he spiced them up.
Well, then that's a good reason to be arrested.
That would be what, assault?
I mean, he spiced up the cops. Well, yeah, that was dumb. That was really dumb. That was super dumb. All right, so let's try it again.
That's asking for silver bracelets.
Yeah, and the fact that they didn't just do it right away and they were talking kind of shows respect on their part.
It'd be like something what Peanut or Patrick would do.
Oh god! Oh no, he wouldn't do it. See, Patrick would be too much of a puss to do that. He'd have some.
Sabrina do it.
Yeah. All right.
So this is just a news update for anybody that's in the First Amendment audit or cop watching or constitutional community of YouTube, and you know a lot of the people. You may have heard of ice cold audits.
All right, Taka.
Now, ice cold audits went to do a First Amendment audit today. He claims that about 7 guys started surrounding him and were getting in his face. There's no video yet of that contact, so he hasn't uploaded it yet. I think he had a live stream, but I can't find. Maybe he was doing static. But he went live once the cops were called after he spiced up some of the guys. He pepper sprayed them.
There's one at
Downey
4
Eye
hours.
Transparency
There's
went
one
to
at
back
3
him
hours.
up. I'm going to give you a clip of the rest of ice cold audits on a PPA for pepper spraying the guy.
Hey, Denise.
I'm also going to put a link to Downey Eye Transparency's whole video in the description box below.
Hey, Melissa.
If you go watch the video by clicking that link and you want to see the arrest actually happens at about 1 hour and 32 minutes in. So you'd have to scroll across. But ice cold audits arrested on a PPA for pepper spraying somebody. He alleged that about 7 guys were surrounding him and he was in fear of his safety. I don't know. You call it again. There's no video yet. He must have been doing static because guys are.
At least I will say this: at least the guy is being fair without seeing any evidence. He's still saying allegedly, and he doesn't know. So I mean, he's not automatically believing the auditor's version of the story. I will give him credit for that because mostly, if this were any other channel, oh my God, there were 7 people doing this and blah, blah, they'd be trumping it up. He's at least being somewhat fair, right?
Sure.
His channel as well.
Yeah.
Ice Cold Audits has not uploaded the video on his channel.
Well, he's being as fair as he can be with the situation. I mean, he doesn't know. He's not gonna. He doesn't want to put his name out there on something that what turns out to be, Ice Cold was in the wrong and it was a just arrest. Yeah, I get that.
I think that's the video that Ice Cold Audit was arrested on. Kenny.
If he's wrong, do you think he'll call him out?
No. I think he'll ignore it.
I have a share screen, Kenny.
Oh, you have a share screen. Okay. Newbie.
Oh my God, learn how to film. Pick the camera up. Raise the level, please.
I'm trying to skim through it, see if I can find any assault.
Yeah, because a lot of their videos are just them waiting for people to come out and approach them.
Clicks and views.
6 hours for like 3 people.
I'm still here, pussy. He already waved at me. You know what that means. I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, right. Really? A wave means leave? Okay.
No, him.
That's a new meaning for a wave, guys. Now,
Yeah.
from now on, when someone waves at you, they're telling you to get the fuck off their property or just leave the street. That's what a wave means now.
Trespassed. They waved at us. Oh my God.
Don't lie, remember, don't lie. Don't lie.
Bite me.
Don't lie. Don't lie. You better not lie. Because you didn't see nothing.
My dude is pushing.
You didn't see nothing, so don't lie. I don't know. They're the ones that call you. I mean, just because I'm recording right here, I don't know why they called you. And then they try to gang up on me. So I ain't gonna lie. I did mace him because it was like 6 or 7 of them. Me by myself against him. Come on. So me out of protecting myself, I did what I did.
I didn't say
if
6
you
or
want,
7.
That's it. That's all. That's all I got. Just so that way you.
Oops, what's that?
Yeah, there was not 6 or 7 in that video. We just anything you know. What the hell?
No.
So he
So did he just say he OC'd one guy?
Yep.
Because reasons?
Because there were 6 or 7 people surrounding him.
No, but he said, yeah, I maced that one guy because it was me and him and stuff. I mean,
go back a little bit.
yeah, because it sounded like he said it was just him and that one guy.
Means I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, right. Oh, I know him. Oh, the sergeant.
And the way that spray works, it hit all 7 of them, or at least 4 or 5.
Don't lie, remember, don't lie. Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't lie. You better not lie. Because you didn't see nothing. You didn't see nothing, so don't lie. I don't know. They're the ones that call you. I mean, just because I'm recording right here, I don't know why they called you. And then they try to gang up on me. So I ain't gonna lie. I did mace him because it was like 6 or 7 of them.
He just admitted guilt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They are not bright. They are not bright.
Yeah, I missed that part too.
Fucking retards.
On my topic against him. Come on. So
Genius.
Me out of protecting myself, I did what I did. And if you want, that's it. That's all. That's all I got.
They do
Just so that way you.
I understand. Hey, Petro, welcome back.
What? Can I get closer?
Sure, not a problem. This number is 210 like the freeway.
Oh shit! Nice.
All right.
I appreciate you, boss. No problem. Yeah. I mean, I didn't leave because but if I would have left, it would be a whole different story.
I hate when they say that. I appreciate you.
Want me to skip ahead some more?
Yeah.
And look, guys,
I don't even know, to be honest with you.
Exactly, Simon, another genius auditor.
How's the day going so far?
Well, this is the SoCal crew. This is their bread and butter.
See, it moves it.
We don't claim
Then
them.
you push it again.
Oh
and it
no, not
stays.
at all. Callie does not claim that whatsoever.
It centers itself. On
Yeah. See, and then it just moves with their movement.
Nice.
Something to drink, bro.
When's he gonna hold his camera right? Oh,
I'll take
God.
a water or punch.
Good job.
Oh, my neck.
Yeah, this one.
Oh God, no.
Oh.
Sorry, I had to skip
I
that.
like it because it's simple.
Yeah.
But this one, for some reason, I don't like the. It's not too stable.
Good one, Pat.
But it does the job.
Yeah, it's still good.
Mhm.
I mean, that was perfect what you're doing.
And then it's not. I mean, I want to get a bigger one for the DSLR, and that one's like maybe 2-3 times bigger than this. If I remember right, it's between $3 and close to $1,000, and that's the cheapest one. That's the cheapest one.
Yeah, because it beats like holding and having to like manipulate this way.
Mhm.
No, this is a lot better.
Oh yeah,
That's a lot better.
especially like when you're going out with the family, you want to get good photos and
Like, if you
videos.
know, for example, with Yellowstone, bro, the bison.
Okay, I got tired of hearing him.
Everyone's talking to AK. I don't. AK. Chat. What are you guys seeing? How am I not seeing people in chat? My chat and I'm not seeing people. What the fuck?
Do you got her blocked?
I don't know.
No, of course not.
Does she have you blocked?
Oh, AK might have me blocked. I kept sending her food pictures and she didn't appreciate it. I guess
Yeah,
she was getting really hungry. So I kept sending her these really good brownies with like some vanilla icing. And I think she didn't appreciate it. So she probably blocked me.
I knew you shouldn't have put the pot on them.
Yeah, I think that was a problem that there wasn't pot in.
Anytime, bro.
I remember that time when you were over here at the police department. Everybody waiting for you to get out.
Oh, when I was arrested?
Yeah, I saw it before when they came in and served.
Oh,
like crazy, but I mean,
Big old circle jerk. There were 7 of them guys surrounded 4 of them with pepper spray.
Yeah.
That's good, man. Yeah, man, I just wanted to bring you guys something.
Can you say pussy?
I like the way he spells assaulted.
I love his fanny pack.
It's guys like you that help everyone else.
Appreciate that.
Ass whooped it. Ass whooped it.
Exactly.
I mean, the cracks you beat, guys. I'm on there. You guys good for me. I'm there. I'm going to start doing some videos.
Yeah, how do I not see AK? That is so weird.
Hey.
I don't see her either.
Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah, I don't see her.
I think Odin is just having AK withdrawals, so he's making it seem like she's there when she's not.
She's there. I tagged her.
Hey, Roland.
No one else sees her.
Yeah, she was there. I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna go to the other one.
I don't see any comments.
The way they were doing the forklift, I was tripping out because he was like almost doing donuts with the pallets and shit. So I started recording it, and then all of a sudden he comes out like, "What are you doing?"
Patrick would talk.
Why are you recording?
Doing it for him.
Why questioning? And I was all like, quiet.
Fuck you, Taco.
And then all of a sudden he turns
Did
around.
that shit on purpose.
Okay. Treaty said, Odin, you're lucky my phone is dead.
Yeah. So once when he came out, that's when everybody else came out. And then I was right here like this. No, right here. And he was right here, and they all came and they told me to put the camera down. So I said, all right. So I put it down, and then that's when I said, fuck it, it's too late. So I spiced big pussy, and that's it.
Hey guys.
Hey Hank, welcome back.
Hank.
Hello,
I
Hank.
was right here. I was walking because I wasn't gonna record them.
What's up, Hank?
I was
Similar. What I missed.
And
apparently, Cole's been arrested. We're trying to see if we get. Do you think this is the video? So we're trying to.
Who's been arrested?
Ice cold audits.
Oh.
Where's pepper spraying somebody?
Aw, poor schmuck.
I know. Right?
Hey, Hank, could you do me a favor? Spell assault it.
Assaulted.
Yeah.
A space SALTED.
With the forklift, but it got my eye, so I was just recording him.
A
And then all of a
N
sudden
A
he
C
comes
L.
out and he starts telling me, "What are you doing? Why are you recording? Why are you recording the building?" I didn't say nothing. I stood quiet. And then he was like, "Hello."
That
Why are you
wasn't.
recording?
He wasn't
quiet.
assaulted. He was asledded.
He walked away.
Slutted.
Started saying something under his mouth.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
All I did was,
I'm gonna
that
message
was
her.
it.
Can't ask
I
her
didn't
for
say
some
nothing.
chat.
That's when he started running his mouth. So we both started running our mouths. And then, yeah, that's about it. So he comes and he starts getting in position. And
Where were you when this happened?
I was right here, right where my soda, my drinks at, right there. I didn't cross, I didn't nothing. I was always on this side. And then when he came, he was
Have a good night.
already
Have
in
a
the
good one, Real
stands.
Pirate Films.
So I was like,
Everyone,
okay.
make sure you guys. Can you pause real quick, Odin?
Yeah, go ahead.
Make sure you guys please go ahead and subscribe to Real Pirate Films if you haven't already. Taco or Mod, somebody please put his link in the chat so people can sub if they feel like it or not. He goes. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Hank.
I was going to say he's your all source to everything. Devon Bay.
Yeah.
There you go. So make sure you sub. And he does a bunch of. When's the next time you going live? Today, maybe.
All depends on when Devon goes live.
Yeah. So what? I wonder what would you do if Devon decided to just like hang up his fedora or whatever he wears.
Fez.
You'd have to go down.
I thought the never Holy shit.
You'd have. That's one good thing about YouTube. There's no shortage of idiots to follow.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Taco.
Yeah, they
continue.
True.
Yeah,
Hank, you're about to be a dad.
Yeah, they cut it off at minute 23, so you don't see him going the cuffs on this one.
Like in position to getting ready to throw. And so I was all, what? What's up? And that's when the other workers came. And so I was like, it's either gonna be me or at least I gotta protect myself if they're gonna do something. How many workers were there? It was him, maybe 4 or 5 more. I don't know whoever's back there. Those are the ones that came. I didn't count because I was trying to focus on him because I didn't know if he was gonna try and do something or little Ruben was gonna do something. I call him little Ruben because that's and so once that happened, Ruben started stepping up to me. So he was all put your camera down and let's see how big you are. So I put it down and that's when I grabbed my mace, which
I think Pat will put you in your place, Doofy.
Hell. That's when I grabbed my mace. And he like kind of stepped as soon as I put my phone down. I felt threatened. I'm not gonna lie. And that was it. That was it. And then that's when they all backed up, and that was it. That's when you guys came, and I gave him the mace right away, and that was it.
They were all right here.
Well, okay, like say
this was out of the way.
Yeah. Okay, like say I'm right here. I would say maybe a foot more passing the door this way.
So maybe what, 2 feet, maybe 3.
Give or take. And I don't know if they were all gonna gang up on me.
So you didn't know what was gonna happen.
No, I honestly didn't know what was. I mean, because the way they were all coming to me, okay, if they're all gonna get me, so at least I gotta at least spice one. At least give me a head start to think about what I'm gonna do to protect myself. But once it backed up, I stopped.
Maybe put your camera down and walk away.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're too easy.
That thought never crossed his mind at all.
As soon as when he came out,
they don't do it the easy way.
I would say maybe
mind.
2 seconds later, they all started coming out, and they just no hesitation. They all just stood line by line, just like that, but like in an oval, like basically trying to say, pin me against.
But
Yeah,
Lavender Mexican did
and so that's why I did what I did. I mean, I don't know if they were gonna get me from the side, and while he was over here on my.
Do you remember what they were saying to you?
Oh, well, they were just running their mouths.
Like what?
Pussy, fuck you, shit like that. So I was returning it back to them, But besides that, nobody hit nobody, and I stood here because I didn't do anything. Besides that, but
Yeah,
like I said,
assault him.
Approach you like
Nobody hit nobody, so
yeah,
that's considered assault.
Yeah, all of them, not just one or
All
two.
right.
Every single one of
I
them.
have
The ones that came over here.
Okay,
they
you
all
want me to
did it.
stop sharing
That's
this?
why I.
Yeah, it's pretty much such as it. Yeah, it doesn't really show a whole lot. So I guess we'll just have to wait until they release it and all that. But then again, it depends on what it looks like too. Because if there's not 7 people surrounding him, and then he sprays, so I highly doubt that. I highly doubt there's 7 people surrounding him.
I didn't
No,
see
he said
7.
he said there was 4 or 5 with him. On
7
his
of
side.
his friends, maybe.
I didn't see 7 of the company's employees there to do anything.
No.
I
Where's
wanted
those 7?
I wanted
It's a good number.
I wanted to congratulate Lavender Mexican on catching a auditor admitting that the cameras can be used as a weapon of intimidation.
Right? She actually put a comment on the video of Deputy Dick.
Yeah,
on the first
I saw
video
it.
did.
I
You
saw
saw
that.
her comment?
Talk about Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
That brain dead quit.
She is just
She
man.
actually commended us.
Yeah, she said, I think this is the funniest video I've seen.
What if she made a video on what?
I made a video on her.
Oh, she
Yeah.
commented?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
I gave her a thumbs up.
Nice.
Yeah, I was shocked when I seen it. I was like, "Oh fuck, here we go." And then I read it and was like, "Okay, I don't know how to feel about this."
You don't know how to react to that, right?
Yeah, but I was like, "Whatever, thumbs up."
Here's a thumb for you.
She said the comments were actually funny.
It's perfect.
Can we change your name to Accountability Airhead?
Accountability.
Legally Blonde's already taken.
Yeah, Princess Snowflake.
Didn't she tampered with federal mail?
Yes, she did.
Yes, she did.
What a twitch.
Yeah,
But it was okay. She wasn't trespassing except for that one side over there.
Yeah. There's no signs posted except for that one right there.
I know, right? That was so stupid.
Like, really? Did you? And you didn't just cut the video there and go, "I'm sorry," and leave?
I didn't see it. Oh my
Like I said,
God.
well, there's no dead bodies around except for that one over there.
Right. Except for that one, and prove I did it. Bitch, there are cameras everywhere.
There's no evidence that I knew that I shouldn't film in this building besides me filming the sign that said "Don't film in the building."
Yeah.
Right.
And there's no proof I was reading any of these letters except for the ones on my
Because
camera.
I can't
that
read.
was reading.
I swear the date was in the car.
Thank you, Roland.
Hit that telephone pole.
There's no proof that I know how to read that sign.
Yes, she is infamous for her intelligence.
I had
lack thereof. Yeah.
I had an auditor.
Don't defame her by claiming she has intelligence.
I did a video.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's an insult to intelligence.
I did a video on Day News like a while back, and he commented 3 months ago on the video. He said, "Thanks for helping me get this video to 100,000 views. I said it will get either on my channel or yours. When someone puts their hand on you, I hope you're happy. The First Amendment is not about the weather; it's about controversial speech." And it just goes on and on from there. I think when I replied to him, I said I didn't respond. Day News. He's irrelevant. I don't even think he audits anymore.
I was gonna say I have no idea who that is.
I don't even think he audits anymore. He stopped.
Would
Yeah,
it,
he was all kinds of.
would it be ironic if you found out that there's an auditor that's doing shit like this just to get the clicks and views and don't even believe it, and they're doing it as a comedy bit?
Yeah, like CFW.
Kind of like Furry Potato.
Well, hell, accountability angel. I would not be surprised to find out she's doing it as a damn comedy bit.
A cow.
No one's that stupid.
Cow.
I don't know what I was just gonna say.
Are you saying
You're gonna say words?
I was. Words and things.
Are you saying she's plain
About stuff.
stupid? Hank, are you saying she's plain stupid?
She could be.
Oh no, you can't play that well.
I don't know. I mean, some comedians appear very stupid on the screen when they're very intelligent.
Yeah, but they get awards. She ain't that smart.
She deserves an Oscar.
If she was, she could go be them.
She's won silver bracelets.
Yeah.
You all right there?
Who's dying?
I don't know.
Is that Carl?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Somebody try and did somebody try and take one of your nuts again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to go run them down.
Lavender, leave his nuts alone.
Now she can have all she wants.
I put out the corn for Carl.
Yeah, maybe.
Doofy's from California.
Well, that explains a lot there.
Yeah, Kenny, you got a topic, or are we just gonna
not
all
really.
just sit here
Not really.
and make jokes?
What's wrong with that?
Oh, nothing. Did y'all catch my last two videos? It was a two-parter.
Yep.
Not yet. I have them on. I have them in the schedule.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Next on the list.
I saw him.
He has to do it. He has to watch them in between panels. He can't
Right.
miss a panel.
Well, on some panels,
Oh,
I can.
Hornet.
There's some panels that are slow enough I can watch videos during their panel and not miss anything.
How can you do that when you're Hank? How can you do that when you're on 2 or 3 panels at the same damn time?
I've got more than one screen.
So you must have like 20 screens.
No, I've got 4 screens.
Okay.
And one of them is 80 inches, so I can look at 3 different sites on one screen and have them all full size.
There you go.
How
Damn,
close do you set to that shit?
About
No
6
wonder
feet away.
you need glasses.
Ooh. Oh, all right, guys. I am going to, because Natalie Lawyer Chick is getting ready to go live, and I don't want to since I'm not really talking about anything. And as soon as she goes live, we're going to go down to like 20 people or something anyway. So
Is she
might as well
talking
just
about
end it before she. Yeah, she's talking about Chauvin too.
It's going to be
Yeah.
tough about Chauvin, so
Yeah.
I'm not going there.
Yeah, I don't really have any desire to talk about the Chauvin trial because no matter where you come in on the argument, it's going to piss somebody off.
No, this is true. This is true.
Thank you, Josiah.
This is true.
Uh-oh.
Get fucked, Kenny. God damn Doofy.
Doofy. I like Doofy. It's funny.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna close this one up. SoCal, you got anything last minute to say?
Thanks for having me on, and it was fun, and hopefully we can do it again. Everyone have a great day. Be careful out there.
The lovely Lavender Mexican.
Respect.
Roger,
Meow.
I did call Everett PD this morning,
Meow.
and they I only got to speak to the supervising dispatcher,
Meow.
and he wouldn't tell me anything.
Meow.
So I didn't get anything out of him.
Meow.
That's not right.
When you talk, Hank, I'm gonna bark. But I wanted to mention on my 2 videos I just released,
There's AK.
I cut
Now
out.
she's here.
They were the one video is over an hour long.
Jeez.
So I cut out a lot of stuff. I mean, not important stuff, obviously, just him saying the same bullshit over and over and over. So
Wolf.
you're not missing anything.
Wolf.
But thank you, Kenny, for having me. Thank everybody for their opinions. I'm not going to any more chauvin panels because
It's over and done with, yeah. Reasons.
Well, yeah, like I agree. It doesn't matter which side of it you come in on.
Yeah.
You're gonna get, reprimanded for it. So
Yeah.
I'm out on that. But thank you all. Appreciate y'all. Sub to me.
Sub you.
Yeah, sub me.
Oh, the Champions Club.
She's a mistress. She's a mistress. She needs more subs.
Are you a turkey or ham?
Ham.
She wants you to be her beta boy.
If you're gonna send it, Odin, it would have to be peanut butter.
Oh God.
Randy, I like roses, but I prefer tulips. Tulips are my favorite. But roses.
Tulips, are we?
Pink.
I don't know. I don't think anyone is going live. You can try and get Gerg or Doofy to go live.
Lavender could go
That's
live.
up to them. Or Lavender could go live.
No, I'm not gonna go live.
Or AK could go live.
Kimber could go live.
Kimber could go live.
No, Kimber's in a bad mood.
That's
That can be dangerous.
That is perfect.
Could be great,
Then you start yelling at people. Just yell at everyone in chat.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Natalie Lawyer, she could go live at in 2 minutes. But she's gonna be looking at Derek Chauvin, so
Even a fucking cooking channel is talking about the Derek Chauvin trial.
Right?
Come on now.
Yeah,
there's
YouTube's gonna
Discord too.
suck for a couple days.
Discord. I'll go ahead and put the Discord link up just in case anybody that's not a part of the Discord. We usually talking stuff in there, so here copied. All right, so just go ahead and put it in.
Thanks, Pam.
There's a Discord link.
Reasons is not a good explanation for anything.
It is too.
It was good
No,
enough
it
for
is
the.
not.
It was good enough for the auditor. Good enough for us.
Stuff and reason.
All right.
All right. So, Arcade, you got anything last minute to say before we go, sir?
Nothing really. I'm not heads or tails on the Chauvin trial. I don't want to really delve into it too much because I don't see how this is going to work either way. It's not. It's bad. Everything is. Anyway, I'm good.
Odin?
Adios, I'm out.
Bye,
Odin.
Gary?
Well, thanks for another interesting panel and show, and chat was interesting, and I think everybody kind of pretty well voiced their opinions on what the outcome or what we have to look forward to as far as the trial is concerned.
Yep. Coral.
Coral.
I love that.
Dang it, funny.
Dang it, Bobby.
Dang it, Bobby.
That's my
Now,
first.
Coral.
Well, as always, thank you and thank you for your service. And your picture makes Jason look like a pedophile.
No, it doesn't. How does it make him look like a pedophile? He's scared. Look, he's scared, so he's holding Chucky because
Yeah,
he's watching a scary movie.
He's
How's that a pedophile?
touching on Chucky.
That's not a pedophile.
He's not touching the no-no spots yet.
No.
Yet.
Yeah.
It is
Right,
a still
yeah.
photo.
Yeah.
Not yet.
And I must apologize. I'm very sorry you mistakenly took what I said as a threat. And as always, rally bites and so
We all get carried away from time to time. Just
I love that mask.
one of those things.
one mask.
The one
All right,
Jason has on.
All right, thanks, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. This is definitely a touchy subject, but we got through it fairly unscathed today. Tippers did get a little flared, but I think everyone handled it very adult-like, very professionally, and nobody yelled at each other for no specific reason. A few people got a little out of hand, but they apologized and they didn't let it happen again. I'm surprised nobody was banned from the chat. No, maybe someone was silenced once or twice, maybe, but that's about it. Other than that, I thought it went really, really well, a lot better than I thought it was going to go. So, thank you, everyone, for remaining civil.
I agree.
Thank you, Hornet. Thank you, Cat, Pam, Nightbot, you little dickhead, Kimber, AK, Richard, Josiah, everyone who's in chat. Thank you so much. It's been a whole lot of fun. All right, guys. Remember, make sure you tell somebody out there you love them because you never know when you're going to get that chance again. And I will see you again tomorrow with a brand new video. All right, guys. Peace.
Be cool, Kenny.
Bye-bye.
I can't believe you two took that raving lunatic seriously. What do you think this is?